I think Donald has brought the Democrats back into the 2020 presidential election. Last week I thought he was a lock to win in 2020, but not now.
How could you believe that? I never thought he was a lock.
Right now, I don't think there is any Democratic candidate I would vote for, but I'm not voting for Trump.
The campaign hasn't even really started yet. I'm prepared to listen and be persuaded, so Heshi, tell me why you think Donny Boy is liable to lose in 2020.
It's healthcare, his declaration on the status of the Republican Party, as the party of great healthcare, not ordinary healthcare, great healthcare.
The Republican Party will become the party of great healthcare.
You all know that I was not a fan of Obamacare. I always felt it was not affordable. It guaranteed the insurance companies a profit, and in many states there was no insurance competition, thereby leading to higher premiums. But for many, particularly those with pre-existing conditions, it was the first time they could get insurance. Now Donald has decided to make healthcare a Republican cause.
So what? Mitch McConnell said no.
Yeah, not any longer. We had a good conversation yesterday afternoon, and I pointed out to him the Senate Republicans' view on dealing with comprehensive health care reform with the Democratic House of Representatives. So I made it clear to him we were not going to be doing that in the Senate. He accepted that, and that he would be developing a plan that he would take to the American people during the 2020 campaign, and suggest that that would be what he would be advocating in a second term if there were a Republican Congress.
We won't see the plan till after the election. Big fucking deal.
Do you believe the people trust him on this?
I don't. I think most voters take Democrats over Republicans when it comes to health care, and a majority has little faith in the president to make the system better.
I would agree with that. I would call it the big flip-flop. After McConnell's warning and the judge in Texas who ruled Obamacare unconstitutional, Donald did a big turnaround, when he declared he will release his health care plan after the 2020 election.
Justice Department said in a brief filed yesterday that the administration supports a recent district court decision that invalidated all of Obamacare. So it's now the official position of President Trump's administration that all of the ACA, private insurance markets that cover 15 million Americans, the Medicaid expansion that covers another 15 million, and the protections for people with pre-existing conditions and other regulations should be nullified.
What can I say? That position is a big mistake. Being in favor of throwing 30 million people under the bus without a concrete plan is a losing proposition. And right now, he has no plan.
This lack of a clear game plan to replace Obamacare, and this wait-and-see attitude is a political disaster.
It's clear to me that the White House is cloaked in monumental confusion over the issue of health care. And McConnell is scrambling to make sure he can protect the Republican majority in the Senate.
The smart thing for Donald would be to sweep this under the rug, but knowing him, it won't happen.
But you know he won't. Just look at the tweet. The Republicans are developing a really great healthcare plan with far lower premiums, cost, and deductibles than Obamacare. In other words, it will be far less expensive and much more usable than Obamacare. Vote will be taken right after the election when Republicans hold the Senate and win back the House.
Donald should have stayed away from healthcare because that's the Democratic home field advantage, and saying wait I'll tell you all about it in 2021 is unthinkable. It's off the chart madness.